welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today with me and clicking on this very exciting video, because today we're talking about the new Colourpop collection, Colourpopland. This is in collaboration with Candyland, the board game, and when I tell you that I started crying when I saw that they released this collection, yeah, I did. I was at school and I just started bawling my eyes out in the bathroom. I grew up playing Candyland. I adored the game. I would play it all the time with my brother and my mom, and I love that game, and I have such a history with it, which I will go into in 1 second. But not only that, the whole collection is pastel pink and greens and blues and purples. It is a pastel dream overload, and the sprinkles and the candy and the fun. When it comes close, like, that's why I love Christmas time, is for the aesthetic of candy becomes present because of Christmas candy. I don't know, but it's not always just red and green. It's a lot of the times the pink candies and this and that. I don't know why I am so drawn to that aesthetic. I mean, it's not that crazy. It's pinks and candy and stuff, but it makes my heart soar. I love any sort of candy themed things. I have tons of candy earrings, tons of candy jewelry, and I bought the Tom's Collection shoes that are also Candyland. That was all announced on the same day, and when I tell you my little heart was overwhelmed, it very much was. And I was all at school while all of this was happening, and it was like, it's too much, but in a good way. But my quick little story with Candyland and Mr. Mint and stuff like that is, for the past 5 years, I worked on the Polar Express in my local hometown, and I have a character named Ginger Snap, and she is engaged to Mr. Mint. She was just dating him for about 3 years, because she didn't exist until my 2nd year of working, and then she was dating Mr. Mint, and every year she hoped that he would propose. And then last year, since I knew it was probably going to be my last year working, I had him propose to her. Definitely not a ring I made for said occasion. But yeah, and it was super fun to play off of that and tell kids about it and stuff. And no, Mr. Mint is not real in this scenario, in any scenario. Ginger Snap is me. Mr. Mint is imaginary. There is no character on the train named Mr. Mint or anything. It was just, you know, like a funny thing about my character and stuff I could talk to kids about, because a lot of kids still know Candyland and the adults know Candyland, and they'd always be like, from the board game? And I'm like, yeah, we live in the candy cane forest. What about it? So I knew as soon as this collection dropped and I saw that Mr. Mint had 3 lip products, first time I knew I was gonna buy those in general. And then I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna buy the big old box. I'm gonna buy the PR kit because the board game that comes with it, and the fact that it's playable. They included pieces, and so it's not just the board game. It is a literal, you get the literal game, but with Colourpop theming. I will pull it out here in a second. It is so cute, and I'm absolutely gonna frame it. I think I said that in the outro too. This collection speaks to me, and I was so eager getting it in the mail, and I really needed a little bit of happiness this past week when it came. So it came at a good time. And I will say, full disclosure, because I was gonna go into this when I get to the swatches, I have been playing with this collection for the past few days, because I have just had no time to film, to sit down and dress like this, essentially. So I've been playing with the palette every day. I've been doing different looks. I've played with the face milks. I played with the lip balms and stuff. I actually have not played with the highlighter or the blushes until today. I already have, they're on my face. But I have played with everything else because I just couldn't wait. And I wanted to see how they perform, so I could tell you guys. So I think without further ado, let me show you the board game first, because like I said, it's just too cute. If you were curious in the PR kit, this lifts out with all the products, which is pretty nifty. And guys, this even comes with instructions. And it has like the Hasbro trademark, Colourpop, and these are legitimate instructions on how to play this game. Of course, it comes, oh my gosh, all folded up like the board game. Oh my gosh. I can't get over this. So let me just show you. Hello. Are you kidding me? Like this, it's so cute. And like, I mean, Candy Castle, that's the palette name. Here is Mr. Mint is down here, and Peppermint Forest. Sorry, I said Candy Cane Forest. My bad, not all up on my lore. But the fact of the matter is the fact that, like, sorry, I said back too many times. Lord Licorice is holding their BFF liquid liners. Mr. Mint in the snow, just chop my neck, has the lip balm. That's a candy cane. Has the lip balms. And then the face milks are in the tree, and everywhere here, it's all the products. Like, that's just so cool. Because it would be one thing if it was just a pastel Candyland board that they remade, but no, this has literally the collection in it. In the box here, this is what it looks like. It says, "Welcome to Colourpopland," and just the fact that it's sprinkle theming warms my little heart. But oh gosh, this is gonna close on me. You got the roller balm, the tinted lip balms, the blushes, and then you can see the game pieces up there on top, and then these are the game card pieces. So cute, so stinking cute that it's part of the PR kit. I do think it would have been cool if they sold the board game just on its own. Like, I think that would be a cool collector's piece, because maybe you didn't want to buy $145 worth of makeup on the collection, but you wanted the board game. I at least as far as I saw, they weren't selling it separately, but I think that would have been cool to do. Now let's get into the swatches of the Candy Castle palette. First up is the shade Candyland. Ooh, she is just a nice shimmery little pink color. Sorry to make sure that it was actually called Candyland. You can definitely see the sparkle in her. Next up is the shade Sugar High. So stunning. That's what's on my lids right now, and it is just a nice like white gold shimmery reflect. Next up is the shade Cravings. Oh, hold on. And that is just a pastel yellow that also has that sparkly, what do they call it? It has a name. It's like with they're matte, but they have a little bit of sparkle in it. That is a lot of the colors in this palette, if not all except 1 and 2, 3, I don't know. As you can tell, a lot of it has sparkles in it. I think if you were wanting a matte pastel palette, this isn't gonna be exactly for you. Next up is what is it? Oh, King Candy. Yes, King Candy. Ooh, it looks so much more orange in person, but it's really just a peachy pink. It's super pretty. This is the shade Lord Licorice. I was terrified of him as a kid, not gonna lie, because I had a Candyland like CD-ROM game. He was terrifying. But oh, it's such a nice transition color. That is Lord Licorice. This has been my favorite shade to use in the whole palette for every day. This is Grandma Nut. That's what's in my outer crease right now, and she is so pigmented and so pretty. Next up is the shade Plumpy. Ooh, these are the shades that are the way to my heart, like a shimmery purple. It reminds me of the Super Shock shadow I have that is from the first Disney Princess collection, and it was light purple, and I think it's like called A Whole New World, I think. It reminds me of that. This is the shade Rainbow Trail. It is that minty green. Terrible swatch, but it is a really nice minty green. I think it shows up on my lids just easily, just fine. This is the shade Candy Crush, right? Yes. She is also that like kind of weird glitter whatever, but it's a matte, or no wait, is it a, I have to look. No, yeah, she definitely is. But she's super duper pretty. You could definitely do a look, like a neutral look with this palette, which I like. And last but not least, we have Floppy, which is a nice dark brown. Yikes. And he's very nice. But this is the whole palette right here for you. I personally really like this palette. The reason why is I have absolutely no pastels in my collection. I maybe have like 1 or 2 shades in a palette or 2, but I really do not have an all pastel, I know it's not completely all pastel, palette to play with, but when I look at this, my eyes are just drawn to up here, that looked like the whole palette, up here, and I have done a look with the like browns here in these shades, and it's so pretty. You can make a very easy neutral look with this palette, and then I need a shimmery white in every single palette, especially if I'm going to travel with it. and this palette ticks the box for that. Also, I have to show you the mirror. I know you're gonna see my room, but it's just so cute. This is adorable. I saw somebody say though that it's kind of weird that the palette isn't square because that's what Colourpop likes to do. I don't know the reasoning why this isn't, but somebody said it reminded them of Dominique Cosmetics, which is fair, but I don't mind it this shape, you know? But I do get it that is a little weird because Colourpop usually goes for square palettes. I will say, if you already have pastels in your collection, or you don't need any new neutral colors, or you don't like pastels in general and you just think that you won't get a full use out of this palette, I don't think you need to purchase it. I think it is totally varies person to person essentially with this palette. I can understand it from every viewpoint because I get it. I am not a big pastel person. I am a very bright, punchy, eye-colored person. I will walk out of here with a rainbow on my eyes that you can see from space. But I will say, it's been nice to get to play with this palette because I am very heavy-handed when it comes to applying eyeshadow. So the fact that this really, like, it's okay if I'm heavy-handed because they're so light and so, like, not as strongly pigmented as some of the other palettes I've ever played with. It's so easy just to do a look without having to worry about so much blending and, you know, all this and that. It's a very, very, very easy palette to play with and work with. This eye look, I did it earlier in the week and it takes me like maybe 10 minutes total because it's just placing the shadows and they blend together and they're light colors and stuff, and you know, it's just really easy to play with. And I will say, like, this shade works well better when it's like with a wet brush. This one, kind of the same thing, but it's a little bit easier, especially if you're just packing on the lid. But I really do like this palette, and like I said, I'm gonna do neutral looks, pastel looks, you got a little bit of everything in here, and it's just a nice everyday, day-to-day palette that you don't need to worry about putting a freaking like parrot on your eyes, which is what I do, a full-on rainbow blast on my eyes. It's nice to have a gentle palette in my collection. So next up is going to be me doing this eye look for you guys on camera, and then after that I do the blush, the highlighter, all of that stuff on camera. So I'm not gonna swatch anything like on my arms because you're gonna see it swatched on my face, and I do every lip product for you and the highlighter, all that stuff, so you will see how it works soon enough. But I promise you, everything is beautiful and wonderful and just sweet and magical in this collection. So without further ado, let's just jump into the eye look. Alright, so this is the eye look we are going for today, and so first we're going to go with this shade right here, which is Grandma Nut. The next shade in, we're going to take Plumpy right there, which is this very shimmery, pretty purple. For this shade, we are going to go in with a little bit of setting spray to help it stick onto the brush, and I'm using the NYX Bear With Me spray today. This is one of my favorites. Next up is this minty green shade right here called Rainbow Trail. Last shade for the top is this yellow shade right here, which is called Cravings. For all over the lid, I'm going in with the sparkly white shade called Sugar High. I put on a base of foundation with some powder, and I added some freckles using, where did I put it? My Colourpop freckle pen. I adore this thing. This is the first time I've ever gotten to use it all over my full face. Mostly I've just been doing it at the top because I wear a mask all the time to school. So this was fun to play with. But now we are moving on to the blushes. Ooh, I love blush. I knew that even if I didn't buy the PR kit, I was gonna buy all 3 of these blushes. They look like this. They are adorable. This is the shade Gumdrop Pass. She is stunning. This one is in the shade Gummy More. Ooh, that stripe of highlighter is so pretty. And then this last one is in the shade Jolly. Oh my gosh, I mean, they're all so pretty, and I assume they all are a little bit glowy because they all have that like strip of shimmer in them, which that is so fine by me. I love glowy blushes nowadays. My heart is calling to Gumdrop Pass. It's gonna be like purpley pink, and I am just in the mood for that. And yes, they do have a smell. I don't know if I would say it is gumdrops, but it is a very sweet smell, and I really enjoy it, but others may not. But I don't think you'll be able to smell it on the face. I've never used a Super Shock Cheek before, so I'm gonna try it with a brush. This is a clean brush, and see how it goes. I know it's not much, but I'm in love. I am in love. I think that is a very pretty everyday blush. I don't know if I'm using it completely right with a brush or with my finger. I'm not really sure. It's not like powdery by any means when I pick it up on the brush, but you know what? Let's go in with another one. I want to play with more. I'm gonna play with this guy, which is the shade Jolly. I'm really excited. He's so peachy, and I want him on my face right now. I can smell it on the brush. I can smell the gumdrop. That is super pretty on the skin. So this is Jolly Gumdrop Pass. I personally think I can see just a little bit more of a purpley tint on that side. Not like straight purple, but just like a little bit of a violet hue. I love how these are applying. Now it's time for highlighter, and we have the beautiful Queen Frostine highlighter. I mean, it's a big powder puff highlighter. Just feels so fancy and bougie with this powder puff, and just look how pretty she looks on this packaging. The powder blue is everything. Now I took off the entire sticker inside, and it definitely is on this. I'm gonna use it as a highlighter with a condensed brush, but I'm just gonna place it here. Ooh, I think you can see it. I like it. The scent of this powder takes me back to better times. It takes me back to being a child who just went into Claire's and wanted to buy the Hilary Duff powder puff glitter body shimmer thing. And that's that. Oh my goodness, I looked away for 1 second and now I am glowing like a Twilight vampire. But now I'm going to take a smaller condensed brush and pick up some of it in the lid and use it as a highlighter. I'm a little scared, but we're just gonna go for it. Oh wow. Are you kidding me? Colourpop. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Stunning. My nose. I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at you guys. I am just looking at myself because I am in amazement right now, and I need some on the Cupid's bow. This is what I needed today. Done and done. I literally look sweaty because of the powder puff. Oops, oh well. It's time to talk about the lip products from this collection. I'll show you the Rollerball gloss first. This has Princess Lolly on it. She was always one of my favorites because she's so cute. I always really loved her crown and I loved her pink hair. I was super excited when I saw she was getting a product, and her Rollerball, this is aesthetically pleasing. This is everything to me, and it feels so cold when you put it on, truthfully. But you can see it is just a plain lip gloss, plain and simple. There's no glitter in it, anything, but I think that's wonderful because personally I don't have a lot of glosses on my collection anymore that are just clear, and with how this applies, it is not sticky. I could wear this under my mask and be completely fine, honestly, because right now that's my problem with a lot of glosses is I can't wear them because they will stick to my mask and I can't deal with that feeling on my lips. But this kind of just almost feels like a watery chapstick balm thing. That was a terrible description. It is a gloss, but it's just not sticky at all, and just so cute and nostalgic, and there isn't much of a smell. Honestly, the blushes have more of a smell. But of course, it's just another sweet scent if you really pick up on it. The piece de resistance. I'm so excited for these three, and I have obviously been playing with these three for the past few days. I'm sure I talked about that in the opening that I haven't filmed yet. But these are Mr. Mint themed products, and they are their glowing lip balms, which I'm pretty sure are a new thing for Colourpop in general. They come in this adorable little packaging and the names are all on the top, and we have the shades Let's Chill, Peppermint Frost, and Mr. Mint. I've been wearing these as much as I can for the past 3 or so days of testing some of these products, and I love them. They are not too gloopy gloppy. They are just the right amount of pigment, because I've tried the Physicians Formula, like sort of the same concept where it's like a tinted lip balm, and those get melty so fast. They go everywhere. They do not stay within my lip lines. I hate those. These are not them at all. The first one is the shade Mr. Mint, and he is just a very pretty peachy pink. Now, truthfully, I thought he was gonna be more of a red tint for the name Mr. Mint, and I know his theming in this box is more pink, but in the original board game, he's like a pinky red, and I don't know, when you think of mint, you think of red. So I thought he was gonna be more of a red tint, but I'm certainly not mad at this color. Just thought it would be a different name. These feel so nice on the lips, and like they're so effortless and just feel so nice on the skin, and it's on the lips. It's basically my lips but better is what all of these are, and I adore them, and this just adds that nice little peachy shine. Next we'll go in the shade Let's Chill, and also I wanted to say about these is that they do last quite a while on your lips. Obviously they'll wear off a little bit more on me right now since I'm wearing them under a mask, so it's touching cloth, but I don't find that I have to reapply these as much as with some other chapsticks I own. Chapstick. I mean, I do own lots of chapsticks, but this is the shade Let's Chill. Just a nice, like, berry pink. I'm trying to tell if I've worn this one or not. I don't know. Oh, wow. I know these all look very similar. I know. But I think this one is like my lips but better. I love how they feel. They do have a slight minty smell, which I absolutely love. I've been getting more and more into the mint fragrance and scent. I still can't eat it as much as I would like to, but I'm getting better at liking the smell. I've had a thing with it for a couple years, but this is a nice pinky, my lips but better. I adore this shade. Oh, I mean, I love them all, but this one's really nice. Last one is in the shade Peppermint Frost. No, wait, Peppermint. Yeah, it is Peppermint Frost, not Peppermint Kisses, as I was gonna say. And this is another pretty pinky color. This is like the first one I tried on. I was already in love. Again, not much difference. But these are like something that you do not need a mirror to put on. Like, you can just touch it up and go. You don't need to stop and like look into your phone camera to fix them. But they are so effortless. They're so easy to use. And I think if you're doing just a natural everyday makeup, they'll go with the look. I love it. I could stare at my lips for hours, truthfully. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the Feeling Plumpy face milks from Fourth Ray Beauty that comes in this collection. I've been using the watermelon for the past few days of testing all these products, and I love how it makes my skin feel. I've used it at night, and I also have used it in the morning, and I have very oily skin, and honestly, these don't make me feel any more oily than my skin already does, which is good. That's what I look for in a moisturizer slash, moisturizing product. I don't want to feel extra oily, and these do not do that. Now, obviously, I cannot speak exactly for the coconut and the papaya one, but the watermelon one, awesome. I actually don't know if they have super difference of benefits. I know that they're different scents. That sentence didn't make sense, but the back just says that they're all for super soft and subtle skin. Place 2-3 drops into palms, warm between hands, and press into skin. Use as needed. And I have been. I absolutely love them. I know a lot of people have raved about them. I've always wanted to try them, so I was really excited that one came in the collection. Not one, 3 came in this collection. So yeah, I was excited to try something for Fourth Ray Beauty. I really like it, and I have super sensitive skin, so the fact of the matter is that they haven't made me break out anymore or have an allergic reaction, and it's been about the time that would happen. If it was going to happen, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it when something doesn't make my skin freak out. So I very much recommend these in general, and with this collection, this little 3-pack is very nice, and it's gonna last me a long time. And that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today and playing with these products with me. I hope you enjoyed the demos and the swatches and me talking about it. Maybe you learned a little something, and if you want to go pick some of these products up, I believe most of it is still available. I'm not sure by the time I'm filming this and putting this out, but I do think some of the bigger sets did sell out, because there's a lot of Colourpop collectors out there, and honestly, I'm starting to become one of them. I love every single product that came in this collection. I'm very happy to own it. I am so excited to continue playing with it and to create more pastel eye looks. I love these lip balms. Cannot wait for the day that I can show them off. We're not there yet, but someday. I meant like in public, like, you know, to passerbyers, but we'll get there one day. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. I really want to be more active on here. I have a couple videos that just need to be edited. I just need to find the time to do so. I don't think I completed that sentence. Yeah, but if you want to see anything else, please comment down below. You can reach me on Instagram or Twitter, though I am taking a little bit of a break from there right now, but I get around to it eventually. You can also follow my TikTok. I'll have a lot of more content on there soon enough. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and joining me today here on my channel and playing with Colourpop with me, which is one of my favorite activities. Just playing with makeup too, but especially Colourpop. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! I'm gonna cry. How do I open it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm seriously going to cry. Look at her. She is so pretty. And there's my cat on the wrapping.